Hi everyone, and welcome to Serpente Sunday for May 28th, 2023. I'm Lori with Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Animal Sanctuary. This week we are going to go over a new enrichment item, a mega enrichment item that I got for the snakes, but it's meant for cats. So while I am unboxing it and putting it together in fast forward, I'm going to read you a description of it, let you know how much it is and what its dimensions are. Now, if I put it together correctly, it's supposed to look like this cube, and then it has other things you can buy to attach to it. It is called a Kitty City Outdoor Mega Kit for Cats, and I got it off of Amazon.com for $99.99, so basically 100 US dollars or American dollars. It is almost 4 feet long, just under 3 feet deep, and almost 4 feet high. It says that it's for fresh air fun. It is a fully enclosed play set. It's made of nylon mesh. And so it lets fresh air in, and then it gives animals inside it a good view of what's going on outside. They can see out through the mesh. The mesh is quite durable, and it says that it's enough to withstand energetic play and the occasional claw climb. Well, since I'm using it for snakes, I don't have to worry about claws climbing on it. I don't have to worry about claws or teeth ripping it. It has spots to hide and snooze in. The whole thing includes these cubby cubes, and you can rearrange them inside the structure, and it gives the animals inside plenty of ways that they can get up high and rest or drape or hide in these things. And you can obviously fit multiple animals in it because it's so large and it has so many of these cubby holes and platforms. However, I don't recommend putting more than one snake in it unless your snakes are used to using common areas together already, or it is a pair of snakes that you're already cohabiting. It does have a big entrance. It's got a huge zip door that makes it easy for you to get in and out of the tent if you needed to, and definitely makes it easy for you to get your animals in and out. It also has like a small circle on the side that unzips that you can attach more things to, but I've already gotten snakes in and out of it that way. It's expandable, so if you want to create a bigger area for your snake or your cat or your other animal, it's got tunnels and other pieces that can zip to it. So now that I've given you some background about the product, let me tell you where I'm at so far in the video putting it together. I've unboxed all of the parts and pieces, and I have constructed the bottom of the frame. Now I am reading the instructions as I go. This video is sped up because I was timing how long it took me to put together, and it was less than an hour. I think it was around 43 minutes that it took me to put this whole thing together from the time I opened the box until the time it was completely finished. So I have the main bottom part put together, and then I had to construct these cubby holes, and then I had to figure out how they went on. And I just followed the diagram in the instructions, and I put them on the exact way that the instructions showed. However, it does say in the description that you can rearrange the position of these cubbies. So apparently if I don't want them to go in this configuration, I can move them and put them in a different configuration, which might be good depending on what snakes I have in there. So basically, the structure is made of plastic, and it has these pieces that receive those poles that you see. And it just all sticks together like a puzzle. And it was not difficult to put together at all. It was just, I had to read the instructions, and I had to make sure that I was putting each piece together, where it belonged. It was actually kind of difficult by myself to make the cubbies because until all the connectors were in place, those poles slid out of the pockets on the sides of those cubbies. So you slide the poles through these little sleeves on the side of those squares, and then you put the connectors on and connect them to each other and then connect them to the whole structure. And just having one person do it by themselves, I found that those poles were sliding out after I put them in, while I was trying to get the rest put in and the connectors put on. So that was really the most difficult part, I thought, of this whole thing. So here you see that I've got it pretty much completed, and I've got the mesh on the outside. So what you do is you complete the internal structure, the skeleton, basically the frame, and then you put it inside of this mesh, which is like a huge bag that it fits inside. And it's got a floor, it's got all four sides and the top covered. So once it is zipped up, there's no way for the animal to get out. It can't, there's no holes or openings in it at all. So it would have to get torn or ripped somehow, or the zippers would have to break. And so, of course, I'm going to show putting a snake in. This is Spock. He is one of my Morelia Bredli. He was hatched in 2019, and he came from Rogue Reptiles. And Spock likes to come out and explore. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to test this enrichment item for the first time. And I'm basically just unzipping it and letting him go in at his own speed. And I'm going to let him explore it. And since I did this with Spock, I've also had my inland carpet pythons in there. I've had Tau Ceti, our super dwarf reticulated python, in there. I've had two of my adult, bigger Bredli in here that are like 6.5 feet long, Sunspear and Borath. And it's sturdy enough to hold cats. So it certainly holds the snakes with no problem at all. And it seems really safe. It's very, very light. I can pick the whole thing up. It doesn't weigh very much. If I take it outside, it does have some tabs and some stakes that you can secure it into the ground with. But I just have it sitting on top of one of my mesh, or one of my wired dog crates. And it's light enough that it's not going to hurt the dog crate, and it's okay to have it sitting, on top. The snakes seem to like exploring in it, and I'm happy with it.